everyone, Karen Moby and Macy Barron here for Tech Republic, talking today about contactless tech. That's a mouthful there, Macy, trying to get that out. We're hearing so much about it for obvious reasons here with COVID-19 and IoT playing a big part in this. Tell me more.
Totally. Sure. So Internet of Things, I mean, when we think about that technology, we immediately think sensors that have to do with the supply chain, manufacturing. That's really the big place where IoT sensors have kind of exploded. However, with COVID-19, we have really seen a huge use case in taking temperature, in creating contactless experiences, because we have to maintain the 6 feet. We need to try not to touch things. I mean, it's important. So IoT has really skyrocketed there because, I mean, sensors create that touchless, intrinsically create that touchless experience. So it really has blossomed quickly in the past few months.
Some of the use cases that we've been hearing about, Macy, have certainly proven to be helpful for employers, especially those with a really large workforce. Talk a little bit about some of the specific use cases that you've learned about.
Sure. One big one that I mentioned was taking people's temperature. Now, as people start slowly going back to the office, one thing that the CDC really recommends and that a lot of state governments recommend is obviously taking temperature of people automatically. It's an easy way to see early on if somebody actually may not be feeling that well or may not be as well as they think they are. And so I actually talked to the Vice President of Solutions Development at Aridea. And Aridea is a company that specializes with IoT sensors, and their latest development has to do with the coronavirus. And it is their fever kit. So the way it works is, I mean, it looks almost like a tripod. So there's a tripod with a little sensor on it, and you stand about 5 or 6 inches away from the sensor. You walk up to it, and in 3 to 5 seconds, it takes your temperature with an infrared sensor. And so within those few seconds, the company can immediately know, okay, does this person have a fever? Do they not? And a little light will either turn red if you have a higher fever, or green if you have a relatively normal fever around 98 degrees. And so that is going to be, I think, really helpful. A lot of companies have already really started implementing this. I know Metro 911 is a company that has, and it's nice because you don't have to have anyone operating it. It works all on its own. Nobody's touching anything. And then that data is immediately recorded, and it's all HIPAA compliant, so no one's personal information is getting out. But that's definitely an easy way to track things. One part that I thought was really interesting that the source I spoke to talked about is that this type of technology might continue being around even post-coronavirus. Because I asked him, I said, will this technology really be relevant? Will it still be useful even when coronavirus has hopefully passed? And he said that a lot of companies are considering just keeping it around to help with the influenza virus, to help with just knowing if you're sick, because the flu is another big problem, right? It's another easily transmissible disease. And so keeping those sensors there are a low cost, efficient way of figuring out if you have somebody that might infect other people in the office space. So I think that is a really compelling and relevant use case, especially as we, throughout the summer, hopefully into the fall, look to reopen some business doors.
Yeah, I can definitely see, Macy, how this would be a huge benefit, for employers as we continue to work through this unknown time right now. For much more, I know on contactless IoT, you've got that on there in your story on Tech Republic. We certainly hope all of you will check it out. Thanks for watching.